Welcome to my channel. My name's Amy. I am so glad you're here. Welcome back. If you are a returning viewer, which I really hope that you will consider liking and subscribing and commenting and all of the things, hopefully so we can get this message out to more people that it wasn't you. It wasn't you that didn't work. It was actually your multi-level marketing company. It was the MLM. And I'm still really kind of on a Beachbody kick. Sorry if you can't handle that, but they have so many problems coming out that it's crazy. So as I've been sharing over the last few weeks, I have had a lot of people reaching out to me. And again, when an MLM rep says that, they don't mean it. That means like one or two. But I actually have had quite a few reaching out and sharing stories with me. And so what I decided I was going to start doing is a Manipulation Monday. And we will talk about how you were manipulated in your MLM and your experience, because I think it's really important to share those. And again, these are just their personal experiences and their story of what happened. And I am going to say, when I read this one, it broke my heart. It really broke my heart. And brace yourself. Let's do a trigger warning. Obviously, most of the things that I do are around diet culture and losing weight, binging. I mean, they're eating disorders. Also, this one has to do with some infertility, with, that's what we'll go with that. So I am going to start reading Katie's story. Amy, I wanted to share my Beachbody story with you. I am out of Beachbody and recovering from all that Beachbody wrecked in my life, especially my relationship with food. I was sucked in twice to Beachbody, and here is my story. I hope you share this as a warning for other women who find themselves in my situation. My first time being sucked into Beachbody was back in July 2018. I left the first time in June 2019. I am an educator, and obviously this is a hard career path. Hats off to teachers and educators. Oh my gosh. Having my kids home from school for 2 years, found out I'm not supposed to be a teacher. I was coming off a work injury to my neck and back. I got messaged one day from a girl I didn't know, but we belonged to the same local gym. She had mistaken me for someone she knew, for someone she met at the gym. We chatted back and forth, and she consistently put Beachbody coaching out there to me. At the time, I had lost some weight, was maintaining weight loss, and training for marathons. This girl told me over and over that I would be perfect for Beachbody. I must admit that from following her, I got sucked in to her lifestyle posts. Needless to say, I joined Beachbody as a coach in July 2018 and started with the Lift 4 program. I had great results. I must say that I was very active at my gym as a member, and then I added in Beachbody. It started a horrible addiction to fitness and weight loss. I found myself obsessing and working out for 4+ hours a day. Man, that sounds familiar. Guilty. I would wake up at 4 a.m., work out before work for a few hours, go to work, and then come home and work out for a few more hours. I started analyzing all my food in an unhealthy way and then avoiding going out with coworkers and even my husband. I have to say that during this first time in Beachbody, I didn't put a lot of effort into my marriage. My husband is amazing, and he is way more patient than I deserved. After finishing Lift 4, my upline coach, well, actually, I want to make a comment on that real quick. She was coming in after an injury, and if you have an injury, you need to make sure that you are seeking professional advice on what exercises are going to be best for you, and a Beachbody Hun is not going to be able to do that. And I have not done Lift 4 or even seen many of the workouts. From what I've heard, it's like a fairly decent program. But again, her coming in off of an injury, that's scary and dangerous. And then seeing the obsessive working out, really dangerous. After finishing lift 4, my upline coach peer pressured me into doing 80-day obsession. Now, how that works is we are all doing this program and we want to do it together. Why do they want to do that? Well, it's a new program. At this point, actually, 80-day obsession I don't believe was new, but it is so restrictive, and you do it together. And if we do it together, we'll have a better chance. So they want to do it together. I had many reservations about the calories and the food plan. Needless to say, I caved to the peer pressure and I started 80-day obsession. I was eating 1,200 calories, which PS is about a toddler's needs, and working out 4+ hours a day because I still loved my local gym classes. I made it 40 days. I was losing weight in an unhealthy way. I had no energy. My hair was falling out. One of the trainers at my local gym served as an intervention for me. Hats off to that trainer. Ooh. And I ended up quitting 80-day obsession. I had also started binge eating when I was on 80-day obsession because I was just so hungry all the time. But I'd already met my containers for the day. I remember this, you guys. This is why I get so teary, is because I would do this, and at the end of the day, I'd be like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? And it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Oh, okay, this part. Ooh. I also had my nutrition tracking scrutinized by my upline coach. What? What? Your upline coach has no business looking at your nutrition. They shouldn't even have, in my opinion, they shouldn't have access to that. And I guess they do, or maybe she required that you share it with her. I don't know. I haven't looked at the Beachbody app to see if that's a thing. If you know, comment down below. Can your upline see everything that you're doing? Because that's a big yikes. Oh, okay. This only made my binge eating worse. My husband also intervened and told me I needed to stop eating on that plan because it was really becoming something I wasn't able to control. I was honest about why I quit 80-day obsession early, and my upline coach was cruel. She told me that I should have tried to tough it out or restart at day 1. How brutal these coaches become, and they just become so detached from the people. If she was having these struggles, how in the world did her coach not know that? Oh, this is what started this slow fallout with my upline coach. I was being told that I was doing too many extra things with my local gym and not being a product of Beachbody. I was being told to lie about my posts to make my successes seem to only come from Beachbody. I was also being pressured to go to Summit in July 2019. This is interesting because I had this thought as I was looking at someone's post today. She was posting, oh, this is my 4-week gut protocol results. But also during that time, she was running. She's training for a marathon. Like Beachbody has you change so many different things and add in so many different things. So you're also adding in the supplements with gut protocol. What is making the difference? What's making the difference if you're changing everything? And if you've never done any of the programs before and you start out with gut protocol and you're taking 2 supplements and Shakeology and a workout plan and a meal plan, what can you attribute the weight loss to? I don't know. What was it that worked? And they will tell you, though, to lie about it. And oftentimes this happens with the money as well, that they will say, oh, because of, I would do this. Oh, because of Beachbody. Was it really because of Beachbody, or was it because my husband had a really good job? And yeah, Beachbody, the income helped offset the costs I had with Beachbody. But you were told to attribute everything to that, and then not tell what else you're doing in the background. I come from a small family. It is literally just my sister and I. My sister was getting married in July 2019, the day before Summit started. When I finally told the group and my upline coach that I was not going to Summit because my family had plans after my sister's wedding to go to the beach together. I live in Las Vegas now, 2,000 miles away from my family, so I cherish all family time together. We had come off a hard year. My dad got unexpectedly sick, and then my grandma passed away. My mom paid for all of us to vacation together since life is wildly unpredictable. Well, as you imagine, my upline coach freaked out on me. She told me that I didn't care about building my business and that I was throwing away an opportunity to grow as a person. It left a bad taste in my mouth, and I literally called customer service and canceled all things Beachbody. Yes. I am so glad that she didn't cave to that, because I have heard several people that have missed weddings, family vacations, different things to not go to events. As soon as my coach was notified, I was blocked from all of the groups and chats, and even from being her friend on Facebook. In January of 2019, I started really dealing with some hard health issues. I was having trouble getting the medical help that I needed. Fast forward to February 2020, I got sucked in again. I was diagnosed with PCOS. I was getting ready to have a surgery, a laparoscopy to diagnose endometriosis. I had surgery in May of 2020 and was diagnosed with a very severe case of endometriosis. One of my friends from college was dealing with a PCOS diagnosis as well. She reached out to me and told me that Beachbody was really helping her. I told her about my first horror story, and she assured me her group wasn't like that. Well, guess what? They were. I rejoined Beachbody just for on-demand in February of 2020. I rejoined as a coach in April of 2020. I rejoined as a coach right before having my first surgery in May of 2020 for endometriosis. I was basically coached to use my story to try to get other women to join my team. I literally cringe when I think back, because I did. I overshared about my journey to a diagnosis and through treatment options, etc. You truly are told to share everything and be very vulnerable, and so you end up telling things that you would never tell on social media, and you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't feel guilted into it. If you want to share about your diagnosis and you want to help people, awesome. Doing it as a manipulation tactic, not cool. When I rejoined, my new upline coach told me that all the girls that were banded together on the team were so nice. We had a chat, and we would talk and support each other, often through hard things in life during the pandemic. Until one of the girls started excluding me on purpose. I reached out to her privately, and she basically told me she didn't like me. Now, we'd never even met in real life. I had hurt feelings, so I tried really hard to be more likable and to fit in. Looking back, I hate this for me. I had just so desperately wanted to belong that I put up with someone being so rude to me. Something I would never do now. While dealing with all of this, the treatment options given to me to manage my endometriosis were hell. My body was going through hard things. I was told to try harder with weight loss and shamed for not drinking Shakeology. I ended up opting for a total hysterectomy and had my total hysterectomy in January of 2021. I stepped back again from being a coach in September 2020. It was basically the same situation as my first experience. There was a mean girl who bullied me about myself and things I was going through. I was having a hard enough time dealing with all of this that I basically just said, screw it, and left. A girl in my upline desperately tried to get me to stay, but I just said that I needed to focus on my health and left for good. I get so tired of the claims. Shakeology fixed nothing for me. Energize is just an overpriced pre-workout. 80-day obsession, revved up binge eating, and I had to hide it as my nutrition tracking was scrutinized by women who are not medical professionals. I got pressured to stay in Beachbody to work on my mindset as I went through hard health things. I was told that I could just post about meditation or to post about my hysterectomy to relate to other women. I was the perfect target. I had some health issues that were preyed on by women who just wanted a paycheck. And guess what? None of the women who said they were there for me were there for me. When I left Beachbody a second time, none of the friends I had stayed either. They all unfriended me. I am 34. I am a young woman who really needed a friend. and not to be exploited or have my health issues exploited. When I left Beachbody the second time, I got really into the anti-MLM information that I was finding on YouTube and Reddit. I appreciate that people take the time to warn others about these companies and their tactics. I am embarrassed of the person I was when I was a coach. After dealing with PCOS and endometriosis and all the things that come with it, I never want anyone to exploit another woman dealing with these things to try to make money off of other struggling women for an MLM. Looking back, I am open about my diagnosis and surgeries as education for other women. I shared about things I wasn't really ready to share, but was told to so that I could be relatable. I loathe MLMs and what they do to exploit women. I hope my story helps someone stay away from fake, toxic relationships. I hope this serves as a warning about the products and the false claims coaches make about the products. I could have had Shakeology for years, and it still wouldn't have helped my PCOS or my endometriosis. What has helped me were actual help groups for women dealing with the same things, medical professionals, and medications. I warned so many people about Beachbody. I hope this story helps someone else stay away from Beachbody. Katie. It's so often that draws us into an MLM is because we want the community. We want friends. And we want to help other people. I truly believe that is why most of us got into MLM, was we truly wanted to help, but you get sucked in. And, you know, I tell my girls, and all my kids really, that, you know, they complain about mean girls or mean kids at school. They don't change. They don't change. You are still going to have to deal with mean girls or bullies or, you know, whatever you want to call them as an adult. Oftentimes they're just better at disguising it, but it's there. And you still want to be with the cool girls. You know, you still see these people walking across the stage, or you see these pictures of people at Summit, and you're like, man, I want to do that. I want to be there. But guess what? As soon as you are not benefiting them, you're done. It was really interesting. I looked at my previous upline that is a former top 10 coach, went to Punta Cana and posted a picture with her team. None of those people were there when I was in Punta Cana with her team. And none of the people that were there when I was went. So, because I know one that's still in the company. There may be others. I don't know because they blocked me. But her team has completely turned over. And that is what happens, is they're on this hamster wheel. And that's why they freak out when anybody quits or when anyone says that they want to do something different, because it greatly impacts them. And they now have to recruit someone else to replace you. And it's hard and it's frustrating. But what else are they going to do? Because this is now their sole support for their family. MLMs bring out the worst in people. Truly. They truly, truly do. And I am grateful that Katie trusted me enough with her story to share it. And that she knows that her story matters and that she matters and that she's worth so much more than false friendships. Whew, that was hard because there were so many things I resonated with. If you have a manipulation story, whether it is around the health aspect, the financial aspect, the building a team, whatever it may be, and you would like me to share it, please email me. Again, I'm going to put those stories up on Mondays. I just figure it's a good reminder throughout the week that friends don't let friends join MLMs. I hope you guys all have an amazing week. Please make sure, again, like, comment, subscribe, all the things, and let me know what you guys think about this new feature. Thanks.